Ben started off quite slowly, but came back into the game. What are your thoughts on the way the game came down?
Yeah, look, we didn't start well, and possibly in retrospect that was to be expected. With the as a knock-on effect from what happened last week, I think the boys were a bit nervous. The early goal really hurt us, and it changed the complexion of the game. But the second one hurt us as well. But the fight and the character that the boys showed to try and get back into the game was fantastic. The goal that Nicholas scored was outstanding. The second half was very, very good, but we just didn't create enough.
You mentioned earlier in the week in your introduction that you only had a couple of sessions before this game. Were you pleased with what you were working on in that time? How that translated into the game at this night?
Yeah, look, there was definitely a lot of progress. I think if you look at where we were, a week ago in the result and the performance, and to where we were today, we were competitive. But we're not here to hang in games and lose games 2-1. We're here to win and try and be the best we can and make finals and see what we can do.
You probably played out how your first game as an A-League head coach would go numerous times. What was your reaction when conceded after about 60 seconds?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's all you can do. You have to accept that it's happened, and you have to work out how you're going to move forward. I mean, it's a horrible blow. You prepare in your lead up to the game, and an early goal isn't part of the preparation. But you can't dwell on it. You have to try and take the team forward.
And made a couple of changes starting. What went into restoring Macklin in goals?
Look, it's a tough one on Matty. It wasn't an easy decision. We looked at some things we wanted to do in the game, and my assessment leading into this one was that Macklin was probably better suited to that. But those two are neck and neck. They're very competitive, and it'll be a competitive week for him at training next week.
And how beneficial was it having Berenger from the start?
You could see his quality, you could see the good things he does, and now we're at a point where we need to get him conditioned and ready to go on and be a big player for us as we finish the run home.
I feel as though the injuries at the moment, the mounting list, is it the makings of a good squad once you get bodies back in the park?
Look, the injury list is high, and it's a concern. Once we start getting those players back in, it's a really top squad. We can compete at the top end of this league. You saw that today with a depleted squad, having to make forced changes. We were very, very good in the second half. So absolutely, we're looking forward to getting some big players back and making sure they can help us and assist us in what we want to do.
Next game against Newcastle at Unite round. Does the preparation change, even though it is an away game as such, but having everyone, all the 12 clubs there? Does it change the perspective, or is it just worry about what you guys do and let the rest follow?
No, it's our preparation will be the same, and it's we prepare all week in our own environment, and we'll do the work we need to do to make sure we're ready for that game. And whether it's irrelevant where the game is or the circumstances around the round, we'll just make sure we're ready.
Any update on Jack?
Precautionary. Fully expect him to be fit and available moving forward.
You mentioned in the pre-game interview with Channel 10, it's been pretty hectic last 6 months for you. Have you got any plans to just over the next couple of days just take a second and process what's happened?
Yeah, it's an important part of this week's been a whirlwind for me personally. And obviously backing onto what's happened, the circumstances around the last 6 months or so. So absolutely, I plan to, we'll go through the game properly, we'll review everything, we'll plan the week as thoroughly as possible, but somewhere in there I do plan on taking a minute just to process and regather my own condition so I can be the best for the boys.
You spoke during the week about the resilience of the playing group, and it would have been easy for them tonight to hide after going down 1-0 after a minute, and then again when the game went 2-0, but they played your football, played out of the back, fought hard, played brave football. How pleased were you with that effort from the players? Look,
1-0 that early was a challenge. 2-0 at the timing of that goal was a real challenge for the character and strength of this group. And I've said all along since I've been here, they've been through a lot. They've had a lot of disruption over the past few weeks, and however that's played out. And today you showed that they're strong, they're ready to fight, and if we can build on that, it's a nice platform.
And we had our biggest home attendance of the season tonight, 10,000 people. The Den was sold out. made noise all night. You know, how good was it to sort of see Brisbane supporters sticking by the team and giving everything?
Oh, it meant everything. You know, we spoke about it with the players and staff. We all had the same, you know, the same thoughts that after last week we weren't really sure what to expect, but seeing the support today and hearing the noise and listening to the positivity and enthusiasm, it's essential in driving us on, and we will do everything we can to deliver for them moving forward, and we need them to help us do that.